George Russell was born on February 15, 1998, in King's Lynn, Norfolk, England, into a family that played a key role in nurturing his passion for motorsport. Russell's love for racing began at a young age, heavily influenced by his older brother, Benji Russell, who was already involved in karting. This family connection to motorsport became a major factor in George's early exposure to racing. His parents, Steve and Allison Russell, were instrumental in supporting his ambitions from the start. Steve, a small business owner, and Allison made significant sacrifices to fund George's karting career, understanding the financial and personal commitment required to succeed in motorsport. The family regularly traveled across the UK and Europe for karting events, demonstrating their dedication to George's development. Russell began his karting career at the age of 7, and it became immediately clear that he was a natural talent. His competitive spirit and raw speed set him apart from a young age. One of his early breakthroughs came in 2009, when he won the MSA British Cadet Championship, marking him as one of the brightest young karting talents in the UK. In 2010, Russell moved up to the KF3 category, competing against some of the best junior drivers in Europe. His performances in this class continued to turn heads, and in 2012, he won both the SCUSA Supernationals and the CIK-FIA European Championship in the KF3 category. These victories were defining moments in Russell's karting career, as they demonstrated his ability to compete and win on the international stage. Russell's karting success in these highly competitive championships set him firmly on the path to Formula One. His consistent performances in the junior karting ranks attracted attention from top teams and sponsors, which helped him transition into single-seater racing in the following years. His success in karting was not only a testament to his skill but also to the unwavering support from his family, who were committed to helping him achieve his motorsport dreams despite the challenges. These early years laid the foundation for Russell's rapid rise through the ranks of motorsport, eventually leading him to Formula One. After an exceptional karting career, George Russell transitioned to single-seaters in 2014, making his debut in Formula 4 at just 16 years old. His move from karting to single-seaters marked the next critical step in his journey toward Formula One. Russell's performances in junior formulas, such as Formula 4 and Formula Renault, revealed his raw talent, maturity, and ability to adapt quickly to more complex machinery. In 2014, Russell competed in the BRDC Formula 4 Championship with Leyland Racing. In his debut season, he immediately made an impact, winning 5 races and securing 3 pole positions. His consistent performances over the course of the season earned him the BRDC Formula 4 Championship title, cementing him as one of Britain's brightest young racing talents. This title victory marked his breakthrough in single-seaters and set the tone for the rest of his junior racing career. Winning in his debut season demonstrated not only his raw speed but also his ability to handle pressure and racecraft against experienced competition. The following year, in 2015, Russell moved up to compete in the highly competitive Formula Renault 2.0 Alps Series, racing against future Formula One drivers like Charles Leclerc. Though it was a challenging year, Russell managed to secure 2 race victories and finished 4th in the overall standings. His time in Formula Renault 2.0 showed his ability to learn quickly in an international environment as he adapted to different tracks across Europe. Competing against some of the best young drivers in the world further honed his skills, and his performances earned him wider recognition in the motorsport community. Russell also competed in select rounds of the Eurocup Formula Renault 2.0 Championship, gaining valuable experience in one of the most fiercely contested junior racing categories in Europe. Though he did not secure a title, his podium finishes in a competitive field solidified his growing reputation as a driver with immense potential. These early experiences in Formula 4 and Formula Renault revealed Russell's adaptability, consistency, and race-winning mentality. They also demonstrated his ability to handle the technical and physical demands of single-seaters, which are significantly different from karting. His strong performances in these series laid the groundwork for his continued rise through the junior ranks, leading to future successes in GP3 and Formula 2. Ultimately, these early years showcased his potential to compete at the highest levels of motorsport, and his progression through these categories helped prepare him for his eventual move to Formula One. George Russell's rise through the junior formulae was nothing short of remarkable, and his success in GP3 in 2017 and Formula 2 in 2018 solidified him as one of the brightest young talents in motorsport. In 2017, Russell entered the GP3 series with Sakhir Grand Prix, a team known for nurturing top talents. He immediately made an impact, winning his debut race at Red Bull Ring in Austria. This victory showcased Russell's ability to manage race pressure and maintain composure as he led from start to finish. Throughout the season, Russell displayed consistent speed and racecraft, winning 4 races and securing 3 pole positions. His victories at tracks like Silverstone and Monza further underscored his versatility across different circuits. By the end of the season, Russell had wrapped up the GP3 championship, clinching the title with 2 races to spare. His performance in GP3 revealed his ability to dominate a championship with strategic thinking and consistent race execution. Building on his GP3 success, Russell graduated to the highly competitive FIA Formula 2 Championship in 2018, once again racing for Sakhir Grand Prix. Formula 2 is considered the final proving ground before Formula 1, and Russell faced stiff competition from future F1 stars like Lando Norris and Alexander Albon. Despite the increased competition, Russell quickly established himself as the driver to beat. Russell's 2018 Formula 2 campaign was defined by his adaptability and ability to fight back from adversity. A key moment came at the Baku sprint race, where Russell pulled off a brilliant drive to claim his first Formula 2 win, showcasing his skill in managing tires and staying calm under pressure. His victories at tracks like Paul Ricard and Spa-Francorchamps highlighted his mastery of different circuit types, from high-speed straights to technical, twisty corners. Another standout moment was his win in the Austrian feature race, where Russell demonstrated superb tire management, extending his stint longer than rivals and overtaking multiple cars to secure a commanding victory. As the 2018 season progressed, Russell's consistency and ability to seize opportunities in key moments helped him maintain a strong championship position. He finished the season with 7 wins, the most of any driver that year, and clinched the Formula 2 championship in Abu Dhabi, further proving his ability to perform when the stakes were highest. His dominance in Formula 2 was a clear indicator of his readiness for Formula 1. Russell's back-to-back titles in GP3 and Formula 2 not only highlighted his raw talent and race-winning abilities, but also his capacity to manage the technical and mental aspects of racing. These successes established him as one of the most promising young drivers and played a pivotal role in securing his Formula 1 debut with Williams Racing in 2019, backed by his affiliation with the Mercedes Driver Academy. The combination of his racecraft, consistency, and ability to handle pressure made Russell's junior career one of the most impressive in recent Formula 1 history. George Russell's decision to join the Mercedes Driver Academy in 2017 was a pivotal moment in his career, shaping his path to Formula 1 and opening doors that eventually led to his debut with Williams Racing in 2019. The Mercedes program is one of the most prestigious driver development programs in motorsport, and joining it gave Russell access to the resources, expertise, and mentorship of a team that had been dominating Formula 1 with Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. One of the immediate benefits of joining the Mercedes Driver Academy was the technical and engineering support that Russell received, which helped him further refine his skills. The connection allowed him to participate in simulator work and gain exposure to the inner workings of a top-tier Formula 1 team. This experience accelerated his development as a driver and made him well prepared for the technical demands of modern F1 cars. The backing from Mercedes also gave Russell financial stability, which is crucial in the expensive world of junior racing categories like GP3 and Formula 2. Mercedes' support meant that Russell could focus entirely on his driving without the constant need to secure sponsorship or worry about funding, which often sidelines even talented young drivers. This stability allowed Russell to fully showcase his talent, leading to back-to-back championships in GP3, 2017, and Formula 2, 2018. Perhaps the most important aspect of Russell's involvement with Mercedes was the long-term commitment from the team. Mercedes viewed Russell as a future Formula One star, and this connection eventually led to his Formula One debut with Williams in 2019. Although Williams was struggling at the back of the grid at the time, Russell's seat was secured due to Mercedes' influence. Mercedes provided engines to Williams, and having Russell in the team ensured that Mercedes could monitor his progress and keep him within their system until an opportunity at Mercedes itself arose. Additionally, Russell's inclusion in the Mercedes Academy created the opportunity for him to test drive the Mercedes Formula One car on several occasions, further embedding him into the team's future plans. This exposure culminated in his standout performance at the 2020 Sakhir Grand Prix, where he stood in for Lewis Hamilton when Hamilton contracted COVID-19. Russell's near victory in that race, despite a pit stop error, reinforced Mercedes' belief in his talent and made him a leading candidate to eventually join their factory team full-time. In conclusion, George Russell's decision to join the Mercedes Driver Academy in 2017 was a career-defining move. It provided him with invaluable technical experience, financial backing, and a clear pathway to Formula One. The connection with Mercedes not only shaped his junior career but also ensured that he would be a prime candidate to step into a top-tier F1 seat when the opportunity arose, which it eventually did with his promotion to Mercedes in 2022. George Russell's Formula One debut with Williams Racing in 2019 was a significant moment in his career, despite the challenging circumstances of driving for a struggling team. Williams, once a dominant force in F1, was at the back of the grid during Russell's debut season, hampered by a lack of competitiveness and financial difficulties. Russell faced a steep learning curve, not only because he was a rookie but also because the Williams FW42 was one of the slowest cars on the grid. However, Russell handled the pressure with maturity and professionalism. While the car's limitations made it impossible for him to fight for points regularly, his performances were measured against what was achievable with the machinery at his disposal. Throughout the season, Russell consistently outqualified his more experienced teammate, Robert Kubica, in every race, which highlighted his natural speed and precision over a single lap. His 21-0 qualifying record against Kubica was one of the few highlights of Williams' difficult season and showcased Russell's potential, even if the results didn't reflect his true capabilities. One of Russell's standout performances in 2019 came during the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend, where he managed to qualify 16th, outperforming much faster cars and nearly making it into Q2. In a season where Williams often found itself on the back row of the grid, this performance was a testament to Russell's ability to extract every ounce of performance from the car. Russell also displayed impressive racecraft and composure throughout the season. Despite being stuck at the back of the pack, he rarely made mistakes and was often able to match or outperform midfield cars during certain stages of races, particularly in wet or mixed conditions. His ability to manage tire wear, execute clean overtakes, and stay calm in difficult situations earned him respect up and down the paddock. Although he didn't score any points in 2019, Russell's performance relative to the car's potential earned him recognition as one of the most promising young drivers in Formula One. His approach to the challenges at Williams, paired with his talent and determination, caught the attention of Mercedes, who continued to support his development as a future F1 star. In summary, George Russell's debut season with Williams was defined by his ability to extract maximum performance from a severely underperforming car. His qualifying dominance over Kubica, as well as standout performances in difficult conditions, demonstrated his potential and helped build his reputation, despite Williams' struggles. This perseverance and ability to impress in a backmarker car laid the groundwork for his eventual promotion to Mercedes. George Russell's performance at the 2020 Sakhir Grand Prix was a defining moment in his Formula One career. Standing in for Lewis Hamilton, who had tested positive for COVID-19, Russell was given the opportunity to drive for Mercedes, a car vastly more competitive than his regular Williams. Despite only a couple of days' preparation, Russell's performance in this race showcased his immense talent and solidified his potential as a future top driver in the sport. Russell adapted quickly to the Mercedes W11, a car much faster and more technically advanced than the Williams he had been driving. In qualifying, he narrowly missed pole position, qualifying second behind his temporary teammate Valtteri Bottas, and showing that he could immediately compete at the front. His qualifying performance set the tone for the race, where he continued to display his composure and skill. At the start of the Sakhir Grand Prix, Russell took the lead from Bottas into the first corner and controlled much of the race, showing impressive racecraft, tire management, and calmness under pressure. Russell appeared poised to win his first Formula One race, but a series of unfortunate events derailed his efforts. A botched pit stop by Mercedes, where the wrong tires were fitted to his car, forced him to pit again and lose valuable time. To make matters worse, after recovering into the point-scoring positions, Russell suffered a puncture, which forced yet another pit stop and dropped him out of contention for the win. Despite these setbacks, Russell finished the race in ninth and still scored his first F1 points and fastest lap. The performance left no doubt about his abilities as a top-tier driver. Russell had demonstrated not only speed but also maturity, showing that he could handle the pressure of leading a race and adapt quickly to a new car and team environment. The Sakhir Grand Prix had a lasting impact on Russell's career. First, it significantly elevated his status within the Mercedes team. Toto Wolff, Mercedes team principal, publicly praised Russell's performance, and it became clear that Russell was seen as a potential long-term successor to Lewis Hamilton or Valtteri Bottas. The race also cemented his reputation among fans and the wider Formula One paddock as a future race winner and championship contender. While Russell returned to Williams for the 2021 season, his performance at Sakhir increased the pressure on Mercedes to promote him. This eventually led to his promotion to Mercedes for the 2022 season, replacing Bottas. Russell's Sakhir performance was a key moment that demonstrated his ability to deliver at the highest level, proving that he had the skills, racecraft, and mentality to compete for championships in the future. George Russell's breakthrough performance at the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix, where he scored his first-ever points with Williams, was a pivotal moment in his career. After nearly 3 full seasons of driving for a backmarker team, this result not only reflected his perseverance but also his growth as a driver capable of delivering when the opportunity arose. The race was filled with drama from the start, as a chaotic first lap saw several front-running cars taken out of contention, including Valtteri Bottas, Lando Norris, and Charles Leclerc. The ensuing collisions shuffled the grid, creating a rare opportunity for drivers in slower cars to capitalize. Russell and his teammate Nicolas Latifi found themselves in strong positions due to the chaos, and both drivers managed to hold onto those positions as the race progressed. Throughout the race, Russell demonstrated his maturity and composure. Despite driving a car that had struggled for pace all season, Russell delivered a measured drive, skillfully managing his tires and staying competitive. His racecraft and ability to maintain focus during intense moments shone through, allowing him to finish the race in 8th place. This marked Russell's first points finish for Williams, while Latifi finished 7th, making it a double points finish for the team, something that hadn't happened in years. Russell's emotional reaction after the race, where he was visibly moved by the result, highlighted the significance of the moment. After years of hard work and battling at the back of the grid, this performance was a vindication of his talent and perseverance. He had come close to points on several occasions before, including his near victory at the 2020 Sakhir Grand Prix while standing in for Lewis Hamilton, but had consistently faced bad luck or missed opportunities. The Hungarian Grand Prix result marked the end of that streak of misfortune. This points finish was more than just a statistical breakthrough, it symbolized Russell's resilience and growth as a driver. Despite consistently driving one of the least competitive cars on the grid, he maintained a positive attitude and continued to extract the maximum from his car. His performances at Williams had already earned him widespread respect, but the points in Hungary provided tangible evidence of his capability. This result also added momentum to the growing narrative that Russell was ready for a top-tier seat, and it played a role in his eventual promotion to Mercedes for the 2022 season. His perseverance, combined with his standout performances even in challenging machinery, made it clear that Russell had the potential to be a future world champion. George Russell's long-anticipated promotion to Mercedes in 2022 was a major milestone in his career, solidifying his status as one of the sport's brightest talents. After years of proving himself with Williams, and notably impressing during his stand-in performance at the 2020 Sakhir Grand Prix, Russell's move to Mercedes marked the beginning of a new chapter where he would finally have a car capable of challenging for wins and podiums consistently. The expectations surrounding his promotion were immense. Russell was replacing Valtteri Bottas, a solid driver but one who had been largely in the shadow of his teammate, Lewis Hamilton. Mercedes needed someone who could not only support Hamilton in the fight for Constructors' Championships but also challenge at the front in his own right. As a graduate of the Mercedes Driver Academy, Russell's progression to the main team had always seemed like a matter of when, not if. By 2022, the timing was right for him to step into a team that had been the dominant force in Formula One for nearly a decade. Partnering with Lewis Hamilton, one of the most successful drivers in the history of the sport, brought its own set of challenges and expectations. Russell was expected to match Hamilton's pace while also learning from him. This dynamic created intrigue as to how Russell would adapt to the pressures of driving for the top team and how he would handle working alongside a seven-time world champion. Despite Mercedes not having the dominant car they were used to due to regulation changes in 2022, Russell adapted quickly and exceeded expectations. Throughout the season, he demonstrated impressive consistency, often outperforming Hamilton in both qualifying and races. His breakthrough came at the Brazilian Grand Prix, where he secured his first Formula One win, a milestone that confirmed his ability to deliver at the highest level. The move to Mercedes has had a profound impact on Russell's career. It allowed him to showcase his talents in a more competitive car, and his performances in 2022 proved that he is not only a future contender for the World Championship but also capable of challenging his experienced teammate. The expectations for Russell moving forward are high. He is seen as a key part of Mercedes' future, and with further car development, he could soon find himself fighting for titles alongside the best drivers on the grid. In summary, Russell's promotion to Mercedes in 2022 was a defining moment that accelerated his trajectory in Formula One. The opportunity to compete at the front, coupled with his strong performances alongside Lewis Hamilton, has established him as one of the sport's rising stars, with the potential to lead Mercedes to future success. George Russell's first Formula One victory at the 2022 Brazilian Grand Prix was a defining moment in his career, showcasing his ability to handle the pressure of leading a race from start to finish. This win, which came during Mercedes' challenging season, affirmed Russell's status as a key figure for the team's future. Throughout the weekend, Russell demonstrated his growing confidence and maturity. He first secured victory in the sprint race, which gave him pole position for Sunday's Grand Prix. This set the stage for a race where he would need to defend against both his teammate Lewis Hamilton and Red Bull's Max Verstappen, two of the most aggressive and experienced drivers on the grid. From the start of the race, Russell controlled the pace well, maintaining his lead under immense pressure. His ability to manage tire wear, maintain composure during safety car restarts, and handle the strategic complexities of a Grand Prix race was evident. Even when a late race safety car bunched up the field and brought Hamilton into striking distance, Russell showed remarkable calmness, executing a perfect restart and pulling away from his teammate to secure his first victory. The significance of this victory went beyond just the result. For Russell, it was the culmination of years of perseverance and hard work, from his days at Williams to his first full season at Mercedes. It solidified his position within the team, proving that he was not just a reliable driver but one capable of leading the team to victories and potentially championships. Winning in Brazil also sent a clear message that Russell could compete with and even outpace his illustrious teammate, Hamilton, in equal machinery. This victory positioned Russell as a driver who could spearhead Mercedes' return to the top, particularly as they looked to challenge Red Bull's dominance. It marked the start of what many believe could be a long and successful career at the front of the grid for Russell, firmly establishing him as one of Formula One's rising stars. Looking ahead, George Russell's goals in Formula One are clear. He wants to become a world champion. having secured his first victory with Mercedes at the 2022 Brazilian Grand Prix and consistently performing well alongside Lewis Hamilton. Russell has established himself as one of the sport's brightest young stars. As he continues to develop at Mercedes, his ambitions are centered around winning races consistently and contending for both the Drivers' Championship and contributing to Mercedes' efforts in the Constructors' Championship. Russell's performances in 2022, including his ability to regularly challenge and sometimes outqualify Hamilton, demonstrate that he is already capable of competing at the highest level. His maturity, composure under pressure, and strong technical feedback have made him a crucial part of Mercedes' strategy to return to championship-winning form after a challenging 2022 season. Russell's technical understanding of the car and his adaptability to different conditions suggest that he will only continue to improve as he gains more experience in a front-running team. One of Russell's key strengths is his consistency. He has shown that he can regularly score points and capitalize on opportunities, making him a valuable asset for Mercedes as they seek to challenge Red Bull and Ferrari for supremacy. As Mercedes continues to develop their car under the new technical regulations, Russell's ability to work closely with the engineers and maximize performance will be crucial. Russell's outlook on his chances of becoming a world champion is optimistic. He has often expressed confidence in Mercedes' ability to return to the top, and his belief in his own capabilities is backed by his steady progress through the ranks of motorsport. While competing alongside a 7-time world champion in Hamilton adds pressure, Russell has handled that dynamic well and has consistently demonstrated that he can race at the same level. His victory in Brazil and his consistent points finishes in 2022 show that Russell is ready to challenge for the title once Mercedes delivers a competitive car. In conclusion, George Russell's goals for the future are clear. He aims to become world champion and help Mercedes regain their position at the top of Formula One. With his impressive performances, growing experience, and the potential for further car development at Mercedes, Russell's chances of achieving that dream in the coming seasons are strong. He is widely regarded as one of the sport's most promising drivers and is well positioned to lead Mercedes into the next era of Formula One.